Hello, gentlemen. Right, I've been pottering about with this, and as far as I can see, it's working. I have relinked those two wires under there and there, and turn it on. Should start up fine. Yeah, she's all right. There we go. Can I just say very many thanks to Anthony King for sending me the reels to test this thing out in. It's running the Haggard program at the minute. Board actually looks pretty clean, but I figured out very quickly up there that you have to have one of the percentage key inputs linked up, and you have to get it into demonstration mode, which I'm about to play just now. You need to have the door switch connected up, which is you just connect the end pin there on the speaker and direct inputs to ground. Now, this is a Yamaha game, which means when I play it in demonstration mode, unfortunately I don't think we will have any sound. Well, never mind, we'll be able to see the wheels spinning, and I'm using the Popeye button layout. It's basically just I've got wire links onto that glass there. So first of all, we need to get it into demo mode. Hang on, can't see what I'm doing. There we are, we're in demo mode. Right, let's see what we get. Oh yeah, did I tell you I'll bypass the sound? Try to show you this down here, but I think it's telling me to hold something. I don't know what to hold it all. Not saying much on that alpha display, is it? Said something there. Let him spin or something? I won't do this for very long because I'm using the wrong size speaker there, so it will heat this amplifier up that's down here. Yeah, it's getting pretty warm. We need to keep an eye on that and be careful. Let's see. Where's the play button? Where's the can? If that start comes. Let's start, that should. Let's start. So let's collect out. That should be can collect. Where the bloody else collect? Lots of buttons now. Hold on. Collect. Collect! Should be that one. Yeah, it is. There you go. We'll just collect that, eh? Let's tell me to hold the reel again. Let's hold one this time. How do you hold? Should be, yep, that one. Everything works. Oh, that's right, on Haggard, that's the number reel there, isn't it? Yeah. You're right about that nudge tune, it is cool. Just something. Going with that home map should be that one. And that one. Oh, that was a good guess.
Horribly good lager.
I'll just put that. So I think it's pretty safe to say your bird's working. A nicer track mode to it too if I just pull this out. That should take us to a track mode. Oh yeah, and even though I've not got any lamp fuse in, I've still got lamps on the reels because they're driven off the 12 volt coming into the reels. You know, the reels deal with their own lamps, which I thought was pretty nice. Excuse the wash machine in the background. Yeah, that amplifier chip does get a little warm when you're running it. I'm using a 40 watt speaker for God's sake, that's why. It's driving a lot of power out of that amp. That's only what 3 watt amp and I'm driving an 8 watt 40 watt speaker. It's handling it okay. It's only driving about 3 watt into it though. But it's good. Take it around a bit. Let you see the wheels flashing away. So this one's ready to go. So we'll just turn it off. Put my brightness back up. And turn that off. Right. Well, how did I do it with the sound? Well, you get 2 flavours of these boards. You get the non-Yamaha one, which is what this is. It's for the earlier games, and you get the Yamaha sample sound one, which uses this big expansion card as well as for sound as well as for the alpha display. Thing is though, that's only dealing with synth sounds, it's not dealing with all the sounds. Okay? And what JPN did when you had a non-synth board, they told you they went interchangeable and they sold you a synth sound adapter, which basically you took this chip off. Excuse the wash machine again. The joys of doing a video in the kitchen. You took this chip off and then you plugged the Yamaha board onto that socket and it provided the same sound. Thing is though, that's not all the sound. And on the likes of Hagar and other games of this Yamaha flavour, there are very few synth sounds anyway. I think on Hagar it's only the coin in and alarm. All the sample sound is still produced on here. And on the all that happens is on the Yamaha board. I'm not taking one out to show you now. But on the Yamaha board, there's a connector plug that goes from here to an input plug on the board, run about that neck of the woods, and all it does is it mixes the samples with the sound, it mixes them together and sends them up to the amp. Well, even though this is not a Yamaha board, this card here is still producing samples and it's still sending them out through the op amps on this up to this output. So all I did was I've temporarily disabled this synth chip here by, hold on, urgent focus, that's better. I've temporarily disabled the power to the sound chip here by cutting pin, what is it, 20? Pin 18, sorry. I've cut pin 18. and then I've grounded one side of it to the ground on the card, and then the audio out from the card I send to the audio out pin of the sound chip, and then that's sent to the amplifier. Bizarrely, I can't control the volume. I think that volume control might have seen better days, or it might be a weird quirk of the amplifier circuit where if you're sending into this output line, it doesn't really control the volume anyway. I don't see how that would be a problem though, because all I'm doing is this goes from here on the schematic, this goes from pin 4 here into the volume control into the amp. So I'm not too sure why it wouldn't control the volume. It could be that volume control is busted. There could be a quirk of the circuit where it just won't. I do know the add-on cards have a volume control on them. Basically all the add-on card is what I've done here. I mean, I've got and to make sure I don't damage anything on the board, what I've done, I'm getting ahead of myself here. The add-on card does exactly the same as what I've got here. I've got the output comes through, goes through a small capacitor to isolate off the DC, and then it goes to an op-amp on the add-on card, an LM358, and that goes to the volume control, and then it goes to the output pin 4 on the socket. Well, I've done exactly the same here, except I've not got the op-amp and I've not got the volume control. I did experiment with all different sizes of capacitors, and I found out that a 0.47 microfarad works best. I tried running it directly through, and I got distortion and interference, probably because there's a bit of DC in the line. I tried using one of these 10 nanofarad capacitors, and it took all the bass away. The sound sounded very, very tinny indeed. I ended up coming with a 0.47 electrolytic, and it worked beautifully. And I don't see why you couldn't just leave it like that. Well, what you could also do is you can buy a 5-volt amplifier board, and what you could do is take that chip off and then solder 2 wires to a turn pin socket at the power and ground positions. This is only powered by 5 volts. Plug the power into the board, your little 5-volt amplifier board, and then take the audio out and ground from this to the board, and that would give you your sound that way. I mean, as you said, you saw on the, as you saw when you're playing it there, it works perfectly. And the only reason I've cut the power pin there is that I tried feeding it in without cutting the power pin, and that heated up. Now, it hasn't damaged it. I've tested it and it's okay, and I can join that power pin back no problem if the owner of the board wants me to. I believe he's got mostly Yamaha games, so he'll probably want me to fit a socket here anyway. But yeah, that's it. She's all working. This board's ready to go back, and I'll be on with the next one. Sure. Onwards and upwards, and stay tuned for board number 2.